The National Security Minister and his team implemented a number of crime-fighting strategies to improve the efficiency of law enforcers in 2015. The overall aim was to reduce murders and other crimes.
There is much to do in 2015.
And so several units were merged or downsized so that more police officers could be on the streets fighting crime. For example, the Police Flying Squad and the Organized Crime Investigative Division were merged in January to create the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch. And with the mergers came more resources.
With this handover, Jamaica will have the largest maritime force in the Caribbean.
A police post was also opened in Fellowship Hall, St. Catherine in March, and in November, the Gregory Park Community Resource Center was opened. 244 new police officers were added to the JCF in August, and members of the military began wearing their new digital combat uniforms from as early as January 2015. It was also in 2015 that government announced that a $771,000 contract was issued to American firm Armor Express to provide 1,500 ballistic vests, 1,000 ballistic helmets, and 500 helmet shields. To complement the additional resources, the police moved to deepen the crime-fighting relationship with citizens by launching the Get the Guns campaign. A number of firearms and ammunition have been seized since the campaign began in September. And to eliminate lottery scamming, the Do the Math campaign was launched a month later.
Our aim is to create a social environment that rejects any assertion that scamming is a victimless crime.
Maintaining a secure and just society in 2015 also meant policy and legislative support from the National Security Ministry. A rule of law working group was established in November to create a national coalition against criminals. Later that month, a groundbreaking piece of legislation,
The Deoxyribonucleic Acid DNA Evidence Act 2015,
was passed in Parliament. Amendments were also passed for the Criminal Justice Administration Act and the Judicature Appellate Jurisdiction Act to improve the criminal justice system. The Maritime Drug Trafficking Suppression Amendment Act was also passed in the lower house in September, while both houses of Parliament passed the Evidence Amendment Bill in May. Also that month, the National Security Minister tabled a new administration policy for persons deprived of their liberty.
It is meant as a strong signal to drug dealers, would-be drug dealers, and would-be traffickers that there will be no free passage through our ports of entry.
That signing in May renewed a 3-year partnership between the governments of Jamaica and the United Kingdom to strengthen the fight against illicit drug trafficking. And in November, government signed an agreement with the United States to share criminal history information on Jamaicans being repatriated from that country.
Behind these prison walls, doing my paces, doing my time.
Work began on a 2-story building to house inmates at the Tamarind Farm Correctional Facility in St. Catherine following a contract signing in August.
This is very significant. It's in that it's the first in a very long time that we're seeing new capital investment in an adult correctional facility.
Government also announced plans to build a new maximum security facility within the next 3 to 5 years to ease overcrowding in correctional institutions. The new institution, to replace the Tower Street and St. Catherine Adult Correctional Centers, will cost about $10 billion. With that in mind, government indicated that it had signed a non-binding memorandum of understanding with the United Kingdom to explore the possibility of a prisoner transfer agreement. The UK said if Jamaica agreed to the proposal, it would give the country £25 million to help construct the prison and £5.5 million towards the rehabilitation of inmates.
there is no guarantee at this time that this administration will sign a prisoner transfer agreement with the UK. The government of Jamaica would only sign a prisoner transfer agreement after adequate public education and debate and the enactment of new legislation in the Jamaican Parliament.
The National Security Ministry also continued the Unite for Change campaign in 2015 by partnering with stakeholders to address the root causes of crime. The Stay Alert app for persons to report crimes and suspicious activities was also rolled out. And the third phase of the Citizen Security and Justice Program, CSJP, moved into high gear through additional internship programs for participants. The Ministry of National Security, working assiduously to tackle crime to ensure a safe and just Jamaica.